What's going on, friends? Today I want to talk about Bain blends. I'm going to talk about what I think about it, and I'm going to go into a thorough review on this company. I'm going to tell you right now, I learned about Bain blends about a month ago through a friend of mine, Bearded Death. Maybe you know Dan, but Dan is an incredible guy. But he had this guy named Jacob that he mentioned, and Jacob had actually emailed me and said, man, you and I have a lot in common. I want to connect with you. I got to talk to Jacob for a little while and get to know him a little bit. He mentioned sharing some products with me and trying to get my ideas and what I think about them. So I'm going to go through 5 different oils today. I'm going to go over a butter. I'm going to go over the deodorants that I just recently picked up from him last week. Before I get into that, if we've never met, my name is Chad. This is the BHT, Beards, Heads, and Threads YouTube channel, your ultimate men's grooming headquarters. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to talk about the man cave first. This is what it looks like. This is the logo and image on it, the labeling, really cool labeling. Now this is their first scent, the first blend that they ever made, and I gotta say it's pretty nice, very masculine. They're evolving and making new labels. Some of these labels that you'll see after this one, you'll see that there has been a change. But with that being said, this one's going to have like a bourbon, citrus, and fruit, whiskey, floral, spice, ginger, vanilla, and musk type vibe to it. Now, there are different notes in this. I will say something different about this company. They do list like top notes, middle notes, and base notes. So there's a lot of notes that are in this. Most companies that you see, they'll just have like a profile. It'll say something like whiskey and vanilla or oud and tobacco, and that's about it. So this company is really interesting how they actually list all of their notes and the breakdowns and stuff like that. But this is a small batch beard company, and it's a family run company. I have really grown to like Jacob. I think the owner, he's a great guy. He's a veteran. So if you are in the military, he does offer the GovX or any type of first responder. You can make sure to take advantage of that on their website, and that website is bainblends.com. So the ingredients in their oils is going to be herbal infused avocado oil, coconut castor, sweet almond, jojoba, rose hip, argan, squalane, hemp seed, pumpkin seed, black cumin seed, aloe vera, vitamin E, apricot kernel oil, grape seed, and shea butter. That's a lot of oils. I want to say that there is shea butter in here. It's not going to be like a real thick shea butter that you're thinking of. It's like a liquefied shea butter. Very little of it, but it does make it a little bit of thicker consistency. Does a very good job in the beard, by the way. Kind of really coats your beard and makes it look really nice and fantastic. Now for the herbal blend, it's going to have spearmint, rosemary, jasmine, flower, marshmallow root, dandelion root, kava, nettle, burdock root, ginseng root, rose hips, hawthorn, lemongrass, plantain root, calendula flower, echinacea, and it's going to have ashwagandha. So this is very different than most of the other things that you've ever experienced. I have noticed that lately there are some companies that are going to like infused type of blends where they're infusing some type of product like coffee, or in this case, they're infusing all of these herbs within the oil. So it's a really interesting process, which would be a video for another time. But altogether, I want to say that this scent is a very nice scent, very masculine. It is more appealing to men. Obviously, most men will be wearing this in their beard. Some women, though, do wear some of these oils in their hair. But this one is going to have a lot of those masculine notes in it. Some people may put it off, at least for my wife. She thought it smelled more like a medicinal type of scent. And I can understand that because I have a Parfums de Marly fragrance called Leighton. I love it. It is mass appealing. Most people like it, but my wife feels like it has like a medicinal type of scent to it, almost like a Vicks vapor rub. I don't really get that from here, but everybody's nose is different. So, but again, this one is a really good masculine scent. If you like that tobacco, whiskey, all these things put together in this one, it's just a nice blend. Okay. So the viscosity in this is going to be kind of a medium, to the light. I'd say kind of more of a medium, in my opinion. But these are going to run you $10 right now. Now they normally cost you $12, but if you get them right now, you'll get them on sale for $10 for 1 ounce. $10. That's an insane bargain on a oil, especially even at the regular price at $12 for a 1 ounce bottle. I think that is absolutely incredible and almost unheard of these days. So moving on to the next one. This one is going to be the Spice and Barrel. See that new logo on there? It's gray. It's got the BB, Bain Blends, and on the back you're going to see all of the note breakdown on this one. Top notes bourbon, citrus, fruit. Middle notes whiskey, floral, and spice. The base notes going to be ginger, vanilla, and musk. It's going to have the same carrier blend with the infused blend on there. QR code on the side takes you right to their website. Really, really easy. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram. They are crafted in small batches. This one, you get a lot of that citrus and spice in this one. Again, this one is spice and barrel. I will rank these what I feel that are the best in my opinion. I'll kind of tell you what my wife and my kids thought. So hang around for that. I'll tell you in just a few moments. The next one is tobacco oud. I'm a big tobacco oud fan. I love oud in my stuff. This one is going to have top notes of spice, middle notes sandalwood and whiskey, and the base note is going to be agarwood, which is going to be that oud, tobacco, and patchouli. And now they say that this is inspired by Tom Ford's oud wood, which I do own. And I don't get so much of the Tom Ford oud wood. I mean, I can kind of get a little bit of it, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't pick up any of the patchouli. A lot of people are off-put by even the name patchouli, but it's blended so well you can't even hardly smell it in here at all, if any. I feel like I'm getting more maybe a mixture of the tobacco, sandalwood, and the whiskey more than anything. I'm not really picking up a lot of the spice, even though that spice is probably blending it off. And it's probably actually kind of maybe covering up and smothering up a little bit of that oud. I wish the oud would kind of shine a little bit more in this. But again, a very, very nice, clean scent. I would definitely wear this. It would not be something that I would say, you know, I just don't like it, I'm not going to wear it. I would definitely wear this because it smells good. It smells really, really good. I like tobacco and oud, and I do pick up both of these in here. Nice blend on this one. This one is going to be the Sandalwood Luxe, and this is what that looks like, okay? Same blend on the front. And on the back, you're going to have the same thing as far as the scent profile. Top note's going to be sandalwood, oak moss, vetiver on the middle, and black pepper as well. And then it's going to have a base note of ginger. And I'm just cracking these open real quick just to kind of get refreshed again to smell them. So I really like this one a lot. I feel like the ginger is really shining in this. It's kind of giving it like a bubbly feel to it. This one kind of gives me a vibe of the Black Label from Mad Viking Beard Co. That one also has ginger, but also ginger jamboree. If you think of that with Beard Octane, you kind of get like a reminiscent scent in this one that kind of gives that vibe. It's not as dialed up and strong as the ginger jamboree. Kind of dialed back, but very smooth. Sandalwood Luxe is one of my top ones from this company. I've really enjoyed this one a lot. And the last one I want to talk about as far as the oil scents goes is the mahogany oak. All right. This one's going to have the scent profile and top notes of mahogany. In the middle notes, it's going to have lavender, vetiver, geranium, and oak moss. And the base notes going to have cedarwood and oak. And this one, guys, is... This one is probably out of all of them, my top favorite. It really is. In fact, I actually asked each one of my kids and my wife, I've got 3 kids, by the way. I asked them individually, what do you think about these? And I would go through this one and they'd say this one is better. And then I'd take that one and I'd compare them. We would number them all in favorites of which one you like from the top to the bottom. And the top one out of everybody in my house, a total household of 5, everyone said mahogany oak was the number one. The oud wood was another one that was up there. Sandalwood Luxe was another one. I put Man Cave up there with my son toward like maybe 3. And Spice and Barrel was probably, I want to say, Spice and Barrel was kind of probably my 5th one on my favorites. Because these other ones are so good. Not that it's bad. You can't have number 1 and number 2 and have 2 of them there. You have to have them in order. And it's kind of hard conflicting moment trying to figure out which ones were my favorites, top 1 to 5. But that's kind of how I would rate these, okay? If this is just going off my personal opinion on what I think about it. Now, the scent duration, you can kind of pick it up throughout the day. The scent projection is definitely not strong on these. It's definitely going going to be dialed back. However, I do believe Jacob is going to be dialing these scents up a little bit from what we were talking. So I think it's going to be a great move because I think most people, they don't want something overpowering, but they do want something that they're going to be able to smell. I just feel like it's going to be a good move as far as the scent. So let me finish this up with my first impression. So my first impression on this when I got these, I thought, wow, this is pretty interesting how they have the herbal blend that is infused, and it's something different that everybody else is not doing, and that's what I love. I love the whole idea of innovating and getting better and not just trying to follow what everybody else is doing. So I mean, that is something that I think that we should all be doing. But I think it's really, really cool how he discovered these things. Now, the one thing that I've not tried is the salve. I've heard it's really, really good for like sores and things like that. So that's going to be something that I would definitely like to check out and try. I want to talk about the beard and skin butter. Now, this is the jar that I have. Now, keep in mind, when you look at this, you may think, well, that's a 4-ounce glass jar, but guys, this is a pretty big gold jar here. I mean, you kind of see, I don't have the smallest hands, and you can see how big this jar is, okay? Really, really big. Let me say this one is the Man Cave scent. So on the back, on the ingredients, it does say that these butters are descented. So I don't know if that means it's just refined. Usually when you buy a butter, if it's refined, they take out the scent. And then they take out some of the natural things, but you can't have both. And so with that being said, these are the unscented forms of these butters, and it's going to have white cocoa butter, shea butter, and beeswax. Again, these are all unscented. You can see right here the consistency of it. All right. Let me see if I can put my finger in there and show you. It is very, very like creamy and smooth. It's definitely not hard at all. It melts ridiculously fast. You can see right here, very, very fast in your hands. And so does a great job. I got to say this about this beard butter. I put this beard butter in one night, just trying it out when I got it. And I'm telling you right now, my beard the next morning felt incredibly refreshed. I really enjoyed it. Went back the next day, tried it again, and same thing happened. And then I did it again. So it went on for like 3 or 4 days of trying this butter, and it worked fantastic. I will continue to go back to it and kind of rotate from the other ones that I use normally in my rotation, but very nice, guys. Very nice. It's also going to have that herbal infused blend inside of it, but very nice, guys. I love that butter. Incredible. Okay. So that one's going to run you $20 for a 4-ounce, a very reasonable price when it comes to a big, massive 4-ounce container. So I also have the wash, and I want to tell you the wash did a great job. It is the clean. That's all it is. It's unscented, but does a very good job. And it lathers nice. It's a 4-ounce bottle. I don't have it. I should have grabbed it. It's in my shower still, but it's a 4-ounce bottle, and I believe it runs about $10 if I'm correct, but that's a great price for a bottle of beard wash. It made my beard feel really nice and nourished and soft. In fact, I used it this morning on my beard, and it feels so soft. The last thing I want to talk about is their deodorant. So we know that aluminum is bad for us. We know that parabens are bad for us. We know that phthalates are bad for us. Always trying to find a good natural deodorant that will actually give you the protection, but also is going to have a good consistency. It's not going to clump up and leave these residue marks and stuff like that. So there are a lot of natural deodorants out there that may be healthy for you, but man, I'll be honest, they suck when you put them on. I mean, they just get all globbed up and maybe they just start rolling off. If that makes sense, the actual consistency of it just doesn't stay formed. And I know a lot of times when it's being transported in the mail, it can be heated up and start to, lose its form and stuff like that. But for the most part, I've actually had deodorants that have made it to my house, have been in good form. And then once you start using them, they just start like just coming off, not the way they should be coming off. You know what I mean? They just start like having these little consistency issues, if that makes sense. Well, these ones, I have not had any problems as of yet with this, but this is what they look like. This is going to be the Thieves and Lemongrass. I got all 3 different ones from them. I also have this one right here. This is the Lavender, as you can see. These are obviously unused. I have not used these ones yet. I'm working on the unscented one because that's the one that I wanted to get for myself. I got these ones for my wife to try. Didn't know which scent she was going to like, so I got, both of them. But these ones are mine. And this is the unscented. Obviously, you can see that one's not used yet. And this is the one I've been using. Okay, so you can kind of see, you know, it has not lost its form. Okay. All right, so it's got a really nice natural type of scent to it. It is unscented, but you can kind of feel it's got a nice, clean, pleasant scent. Or maybe that might be for my armpits. I don't know. Okay, I'm just playing. But this one is a really nice deodorant. Does very well. And for $10 right now, I think these normally go for $12, but $12 still is not that bad. If you go to the store and you buy anything that's high quality, you're going to be paying sometimes up to 15, 16 bucks. Even sometimes up to $20 I've seen for some natural deodorants, which is insane how much these things are going for. But for $12, and if you get it right now, it's on sale for $10. So you can literally pick up like 2 of these for the price of 1 at some places that you would normally pay. But I highly recommend the natural deodorant. Now I gotta say, altogether, guys, these are incredible products. You know, I've heard the stories about the natural infused herbal stuff that Bain Blends has done with their oils. You know, and you hear these things and you're like, well, that's cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. But I've had times where I put this oil in. In fact, I'll give a story. I was using the tobacco oud the other day. This was like maybe a couple of weeks ago, maybe, or maybe the beginning of last week. I'm not sure, but I put it in, and I remember I was at the store. I was at a grocery store, and I remember I was talking to Jacob Bain just in general. We were just texting, and I took a picture of my beard because I was like, wow, this beard looks incredible. I mean, some days you have your beards where they look fantastic. You know, a lot of times your beard may look great, but you have those beard moments. You look in the mirror and you're like, wow, today I am having an absolute incredible day with this beard. And that's what I did. And I found out that the more I used this, it seemed like it really made my beard look nice and laid straight. It wasn't all frizzy. I highly recommend trying out Bain Blends. If you have your own oils that you normally go to, man, that's fantastic. But if you ever get a chance just to, you know, splurge and spend a little bit of money and want to try another beard product, I highly recommend that you try out Bain Blends. At least try one and see what I'm talking about. It feels great. If you're looking for a natural deodorant, guys, he's got you covered. Very, very reasonable on the price. Also, if you're looking for a beard wash, $10 for a 4-ounce beard wash, fantastic price. I'm hoping it's $10, not $12, but I'm pretty sure it's $10 if I remember correctly. And if you're looking for a butter that's going to really deeply nourish and moisturize that beard, I'm telling you right now, this is a massive big bottle for 20 bucks. You're not going to find anything cheaper than this with this quality, with this size. Okay. So altogether, Jacob, you've done a great job on your products. Everybody that's watching this right now, guys, I'm telling you right now, you need to go over there and check it out. Also have a discount code that will save you some money. If you want to use it, I'll drop it in the links below and in the comments. I'll pin it. Let me know if you've ever tried out Bain Blends. Let me know, guys, what are your top favorite scents from this company? Now, he also has foodie scents. I have not tried the food scents that smells like gourmandy type of desserts and things like that. Perhaps maybe you have, and if you have and you love it, let me know in the comments below as well. With that said, guys, thanks for watching this. If you found good content here, hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you want more content like this. Stay blessed, stay bearded, and I'll see you next time.